Hello, I'm Rick. This is Certifiably Ingame, and I'm playing Devoid, which is a bit of a sci-fi mystery game where I'm trying to find out what happened to a bunch of missing colonists. Now, if you've joined me partway through, you should probably go back and check part 1, because we started in orbit on a space station orbiting the colony world of Ansera. And we've since come down to the surface, and we're seeing some really trippy things down here now.
They tried to conquer the madness with science, to study it and disperse it with their reason, like they had something to prove. When faced with failure, they tried to conquer the madness with administration, unity, form, and standardization. When all else proved futile, they tried to conquer the madness and call it art. Such is the movement of the human mind when confronted with its own beyond. In response to the failure of thought and the delicate inconsistency of truth, even the most rational animal begins to dream the contours of magic.
Okay. It sounds like he's talking about the gradual decline of the mental state of people from being away from Earth. It sounds like from the minute they were away from their planet, they started suffering from planetary loss syndrome, PLS as it's been called. It's a bit of a weird texture glare. I have a feeling all these buildings are locked to me. So let's progress onwards, shall we? I wonder if it is genuinely snowing, or whether this is just another emotional hallucination. No, I can see a laser gate over there. I reckon that's locked. But I can see towers in this direction as well, so I'm going to have a quick wander on over here. Catwalks. Bats of fuel, perhaps? Or generators? You mentioned disguising madness as art, or at least interpreting madness as art. I'm not seeing much art on this planet, to be honest, apart from posters concerning the SolarX Corporation and things mentioning how great it is to be on the colonies and things like that. Just very weird. It strikes me as quite a stagnant civilization. What do we have here? Disable laser grid. Aha! Good job I came this way first. I think this is genuinely the weather. I don't think I'm tripping out. Although last time I went crazy, it did look like this. Kinda. More or less. Oh, do you think we can climb this? Oh, I cannot fit. Too fat. Oh god, too fat. Now I'm stuck. Oh, okay. Let's not try that. I have no idea where we're heading now. This feels like I'm heading out of the colony into the wastes. Then again, maybe that's what everyone did. Hey, maybe the colonists up and disappeared because they just had enough. Hear me out. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but what if the colonists have just had enough of the system, the neurotech treatments, things like this controlled society led by the faithful, the soul faithful, whatever they're called, those who are there trying to cling to the old ways of Earth, those who are in effect kind of responsible for its destruction. What if they just had enough and they just wandered off? They just left the colonies, the habitat zones, and decided to go settle by themselves. What's that? Anyway, if that is the case, don't blame them. Okay. Scanner? Security device? Beacon? Communications device over there. Still active. Can we get in? Where is this conduit above me going as well? Got to be transferring. It looks like it's transferring more than power. Look at the size of it. Oh, hello. Right. That is probably one of the things I was not expecting to see today.
Elizabeth,
What is this place?
this is my home. The empty space within you. This is where I have dwelt ever since you breathed me into your mind. But now, I am departing. So too will you. Soon enough.
What are you talking about?
I am of the stars. You have joined me with the stone. Now, I am something more. You were an organ, the vector with which to administer my thoughts to the body.
Right then. I'll be going now. Oh no, I won't. I need to poke and prod at the weird glowy thing. I'm sorry. Where is this all going? This is all so surreal. A data terminal. You reckon it has answers? And a lift going up. Okay, let's have a read. Dossier, Faithful of Sol. Ah, top secret. Answers, possibly. In the last months of Earth, as it became apparent that nothing could be done to stabilize habitability, 213 of Solarix's corporation's most valuable employees undertook an emergency initiative codenamed Faith. It was determined in a series of meetings with the board of directors. Following the first migration, it would be an imperative for Solarix to lead the quest to establish a new home for mankind. Anticipating that finding a suitable planet may take centuries, the Faithful, as they called themselves, hypothesized that any civilization building initiative would fail without the guidance of those who had experienced terrestrial society firsthand. That seemed to match up with what Kirilenko said. Thus, it was decided that the Faithful would enter a stasis indefinitely to be awoken once a new world was found. Hence, how he ended up in charge of this station then. So he was old. The Dock Master was right. Okay. So we're finding out the history of the station, but we're still not entirely certain as to a recent history, shall we say. As in, what the hell happened to everyone? Okay, I pushed a button. Enable security access. I have enabled security access. Yippee. What have I enabled it to? Okay. This... This entity says it was of space. Just alien life, just a massless form of energy that now has been brought into contact with a planet and has become something else. That seems to be what it was suggesting. Or am I just going doolally? Is this the way out? I think it is, isn't it? Yes, I think I've already been this way. Yes, I have. There's the security grid. Which I then took down. Yes, damn it. I would say one thing about this game. I would like to see it easier to be able to tell which doors are locked and which aren't. Security center! Oh. I eat my words, apparently.
You tricked me.
You believe I deceived you, that I made you to experience me in a certain way, as a friend,
Oh.
a guide. No. Make no mistake. Though I have used you as a vessel, I am your dream. It is you who have chosen what I am to you.
I don't understand.
Of course not. You have always been, and always shall be, incapable. Even now, I am becoming something more. Even as you fade from this world, I am only just coming to life.
Am I dying?
Yes. But it is not in vain.
Son of a bitch.
You have brought about the joining. You have given birth to something greater. Through me, you will achieve immortality.
Immortality can suck my balls.
What are you?
You believe I am a monster? That I am evil? I do not understand these mindless divisions. Evil and good, hate and love, woman and man. Arbitrary distinctions. I supersede them all. I am the universal. I am the singularity. I am the end.
Do you have a plug? I would like to unplug you. Screw that. No ending credits. I am not gonna die. Come on. Oh, everything's getting dark. Ah, bolts to this. I don't think putting distance between me and it is going to help. Well, that was a sudden and abrupt ending. Huh. So I've been giving it some thought, and I reckon what that was, when it's going on about what the universe is and all this creation, I'm thinking it's perhaps some sort of emotional consciousness that's been built up from all the colonists. Like, since losing Earth all those years ago, it's like Earth tethered mankind's mental state, and without it, branching off into space has led to sort of this breaking between mind, emotion, the soul, if you like, and the physical, and perhaps what's happened to the colonists, because we found bodies. We have found bodies, but it seems like from what was his name? Vincent Vu was saying, is that people were just wandering off into the desert and dying, and their mind was then... it was fading, and then they just wandered off and died. And I'm thinking perhaps this is what was happening, like their consciousness of everyone that's been coming to this planet and Syrah, whether it was human evolution or some sort of alien interference or an effect of the planet itself, still not entirely sure, but whatever it was like it was taking consciousness away from the people and accumulating it into one central mass. And that's what happened to Elizabeth, and it's been happening to her ever since she'd been down. And all these things about neurotech analysis, things like that, these were all attempts from the colonists to understand and hold at bay what they perceived to be illness and symptoms and a emotional disorder. And perhaps it was actually something more, well, either sinister or evolutionary. Anyway, that's my theory. I wonder what anyone else can come up with. We'll have to look into this. But if you guys can come up with any ideas, let me know. This game, although a bit shaky around the edges, it was very simple and the graphics were very basic. I do think it's worth a play, considering it was only about £5. So that would be what, about $6, £6.50, I guess. Not that much. Anyway, I think it's worth a quick play. Took me all in all about 2.5 hours to complete. So, I've been Rick, this has been Devoid, a sci-fi mystery that raises more questions than what good mystery doesn't. Keeps things fresh. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again, and goodbye.